go. All right, well, welcome. I am going to share my screen, and I know I don't have to introduce myself to those on this Zoom, because I know all of you, but I will anyway for this video. My name is Shannon Grieb. I am the VP of Marketing and Communications here at the Philadelphia Protestant Home. So today we have a really exciting program. Maureen Solomon is our Director of Fitness and Wellness here at PPH, and she has a great program, very inspirational. And I'm going to be listening too because I need to figure out how to live more vibrantly. But before we begin, just a little bit about PPH. We are a not-for-profit senior living community in the Northeast section of Philadelphia. We are celebrating over 130 years of serving seniors and offer different levels of care for people 62 years of age or older. The nice thing is that residents that move in while they're independent, they have the security of knowing that as they age, we have the different types of care here available as you may need them. Independent living, personal care, which helps with things like activities of daily living, meals, medication management. We also have memory care, and that is designed for those that have some sort of dementia or memory care challenge. And then we also have skilled nursing care, and that can be used for short-term care. Maybe you're getting a knee replacement, recuperating from an illness, and also for long-term care. And as a not-for-profit community, we do have a mission statement, which is to provide a caring senior living community that affords our residents the opportunity to achieve their highest possible quality of life. So for our independent living, we have 3 different buildings offering 11 different floor plans, ranging from studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and many of them have patios or balconies. What's nice is that we have a lot of amenities on campus. So that's one of the reasons why people do choose to move to a community like this. We often get that question, well, why would I move if I'm still independent? A lot of people move because of the social aspect. And I think more so than ever during the pandemic, people realized, especially those living alone, that they weren't able to get out and about. They weren't able to see other people, and it was really isolating. Here, although we did have all of the safety protocols, of course, during the pandemic, residents were still able to see each other and participate, whether it was virtual or, at a safe social distance. No worry of upkeep of a home. And I'm only 47, but I'm ready for that. Home ownership can be stressful. Repairs, upkeep, especially outdoor maintenance. We actually had a real winter last year where there was snow to shovel. And then peace of mind. So people often wonder what will happen as I age when I need more care. What do I do? And that's a big reason why people want to move to a community. So as I said, a community like PPH, it's a community of peers. And something that one of our residents often says is that she always jokes and says, I have people. Which I think is cute. So she has people, and her people are the 300 staff members that work here. So if she needs something, she has people that can help her with that. And also availability of services. So, this happens anyway. It wasn't just a pandemic perk. We have groceries here on site, a gift shop, medical services, fitness and wellness, of course, which we'll talk about, dining services. So communities like PPH are like little towns within themselves. Mm-hmm. Some of the benefits of a community, again, assurance of future care, and that's often something that people worry about. Most people that we talk to that are interested in moving in, they have been through caregiving for a family member or helping a family member through finding a community. And we always encourage people, don't wait to make a move until there's a crisis. You want to make a move and get settled while you can still enjoy the community. Peace of mind, of course, and I've had many people tell me that moving to a community like PPH is one of the best gifts that they gave their family members because they didn't have to worry about them. And when they came to visit them, it was really for a visit and not to, take care of them. So also, Maureen Solomon is here today to talk about living vibrantly, or what are we saying? Living with sparkle. So she is going to talk to you about that, and then certainly available for any questions and answers. So without further ado, I will introduce Maureen.
All right, hi everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see if I can silence this one. Well, welcome to our presentation today. My name is Maureen Solomon. I'm the Director of Wellness and Programs here at the Philadelphia Protestant Home. I'm really happy to be joining you today, and I thank Shannon for inviting me to talk a little bit about today how we encourage our seniors to live the best and most vibrant life they can once they come to PPH. I mean, of course, we want to start living that way prior to getting here, but we do know that with this type of lifestyle at the Philadelphia Protestant Home, you have the opportunity to sort of emancipate yourself with some of the struggles that being a homeowner comes with that. And you can free up a lot of time to invest in new hobbies, to take better care of yourself if you were taking care of children or grandchildren, or a large home with a lot of upkeep. We find that moving into a lifestyle community like the Philadelphia Protestant Home gives you time to pursue other opportunities for yourself, which makes it really fun. So today's presentation is called Living Vibrantly and Living with Sparkle. So how are we going to add a little bit of sparkle to every day? Let's talk about what vibrancy means in the community, in a senior community. So there's the definition of vibrancy: living vigorously, lively, or having vitality. I love some of these synonyms: effervescence, friskiness, cheerfulness, sparkle, of course, vivaciousness, vivacity, ebullience, enthusiasm, sprightliness, and vitality, of course, as we talked about before. So when we look at words like that and we think vibrancy and you think about, I'm just going to try to be a little bit more upbeat, but there's so much more to being vibrant than just being upbeat. Like, I think of a vibrant individual, somebody that's like the room, like into the room. If you peel back all this layers of vibrancy, there is an essence in that individual that exudes a joy. So I love the fact that Shannon and the marketing team and the department, all of the persons that are at the home, try to, especially on campus, try to get into mindset that we're enthusiastically look for ways to be more vibrant, or and some of these words down here, have more animation, have more enthusiasm, and light up your spirit. So that's where we came up with the vibrancy aspect. We consider ourselves to be experts in senior vibrancy here at the Philadelphia Protestant Home. Myself and my team have a long history of working in the geriatric or the senior population, and we like to refer to our seniors as active agers, because most of the people who come here, we do encourage very strongly to get involved in some form of wellness. So that's how we came up with the vibrancy aspect in regards to what we offer here. And I want to just include into that, it's not just about being physically fit. There's many, many aspects to feeling vibrant and well, and we'll talk about that as well. So here we go. Oh yeah, it's not exactly what I wanted to do. But that's okay. So the antonyms to vibrancy are inactivity, lifelessness, lethargy, limpness, listlessness, sleepiness, and sluggishness. And we don't want to see that in any of our seniors. And I do want to add that at a certain point in life, you're going to have days. Not every day is going to be like this lit up experience where you're just, brewing with energy, because we all have off days. But we do want to see more of those vibrant days than we see in the inactive or lifeless days. So we really try to push for that, for getting a little bit of movement every day. So what we found was that the Philadelphia Protestant Home has its own mission statement. And since we have our roots so deeply in our wonderful community, we decided, and we had so many community members that were utilizing our facilities, we developed a mission statement that was strictly for residents and for community members. And we wanted that to impress upon that how important we felt it was for them to understand the value of health and wellness. So here's one of our residents. Her name is Marge Sexton, and she did a beautiful job of delivering the PPH Wellness and Aquatics mission statement, in addition to PPH's overall mission statement. Oops, and I got to go back again. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Hang on a second, guys. Previous. Sorry, I'm using Shannon's computer, so it's not exactly my setup. Okay.
PPH Wellness and Aquatics mission statement for residents and community. To enhance the vibrancy and quality of life of the residents we house and the community members we serve through physical activity, wellness, and fellowship. We strive to accomplish this through fitness, affordable facilities, and programs to instill in members our philosophy to value health and wellness.
Our philosophy to value health and wellness. And I want to tell you that we actually filmed this with Marge about 3 times. And this is another aspect of vibrancy. Marge came down, saw the background, and said, you know what, I'm going to dress in a way that makes me look very, very in tune with the background. And I love the fact that she cared enough to really look at the surrounding and say, I want to be color coordinated with the background. That is a really important aspect of vibrancy. I tell my seniors and our staff all the time that when you care, even if it's vanity, like vanity is a powerful impetus. And if you care enough to keep on putting yourself together, you know, putting on some makeup, brushing your hair, whatever it is, shaving, whatever it is, that gives you that little oomph that makes you feel like you're put together to go out the door. That is a powerful impetus for our residents and all members of the community to know that, you know, we still care. We still want to put our best face forward. And that was a reminder that Marge really did a nice job of that. So the takeaway with the mission statement is we strive to accomplish this through fitness, affordable facilities, and programs, and to instill in our members and our residents our strong philosophy to value health and wellness. So that is our mission statement. So this is a great, one of the things that Shannon had mentioned in our intro is that we have all these programs available here for our residents that can utilize either in-house activities and programs, or they can join trips and actually go outside of the facility. Just stop this music for a second. So what I find is that when people move into the Philadelphia Protestant home, and as I mentioned, they have this ability to sort of get away or emancipate themselves from some of the struggles of single home ownership or large family care or things like that. They have the time to pursue things such as painting or art or singing or learning an instrument. We had a resident here named Alice who took up playing the piano at age 87 and became quite talented. She recently passed away, but she was just amazing and very close to being a centenarian that took up this skill that she started here. And this was before YouTube, so she learned from a book how to play chords on a keyboard. And we set up a piano for her here at PPH, and she practiced every day. And she was really, really a gift to us and a reminder to us that to live vibrantly, sometimes you can step into an area that's not terribly comfortable and try something that you're maybe not so good at. But when we do things like that, we have the opportunity to lay down new neural pathways. When it feels like work or even struggle sometimes, you find that the brain is stimulated on a much deeper level, and that's when we can learn and grow. So this is 2 of our residents. Actually, there's multiple residents here, but we did painting with a twist here at the Philadelphia Protestant home, and it was a really fun event. Any questions, anybody so far? Hi, Valerie. All right, so here we go. This is where the fun gets really good, guys. I got to be before I stop the scream. So close my door and just scream. Got time to leave them. No, that I go there too much to do before. And I feel home. I'm not feeling good myself. Yes, I feel home. I'm not feeling good myself. Beautiful gardens for outside events. That's a resident following along with our TV programming with classes. Our beautiful Aquatics Center. My wellness coordinator and I doing in-house programming for when classes were not available. I'm not feeling that in myself. I'm not feeling good myself. I'm not feeling good myself. So that was another outside event we had when we still had some restrictions. So we started hosting events out in our beautiful AC courtyard. We provide yoga and Tai Chi. June is one of our residents that was a member of wellness and then moved in because she became very comfortable with our beautiful facility. Sarah practicing along with us on TV. I'm not feeling that in myself. Oh, you shook me on the ride. Even now I'm dead, and I wonder why. That when I think of you, I got myself right. Just can't wait my time. I must get tired. I got to be before I stop the scream. So close my door, just scream. Okay, so that was a nice little video vignette or montage, I should say, of all of the different aspects of the wellness department. It's a lot of fun. We actually threw a couple of employees in there. And a lot of this was taken over the pandemic / COVID shutdown. So we were forced to get really creative with our programming. And it actually, I look at that as sort of like, again, laying down new neural pathways. We were really not proficient in a lot of those things of filming classes and providing them for in-house programming and TV, but we got good at it really quickly. We found places to be creative. And as you can see on that back wall there, where we have some artwork where the plants are, we started using that as a yoga backdrop and it looked really pretty. We also filmed classes over by our bowling alley, which has just an interesting backdrop. We did a lot of classes outside. So throughout the entire time, we never ever let up on our commitment to provide different aspects for people to be vibrant. We wanted people to understand that during this global pandemic that we were not going to give up on the availability of daily activity, whether it was gentle movement through yoga, Tai Chi, we did some Zumba classes, and the socialization aspect that was so important during that time frame. So as you can see, the wellness department, in conjunction with other departments, we're never an island. We do everything as a team or a family, and we tried very hard to keep our residents moving forward. So that was kind of a fun video vignette. So let's move right along here. So one of the things we try to impress upon people is that it's not just about existing, it's about living. So yes, we have a certain amount of days on this planet, and none of us really know what the hard stop is on that. But we want to know that every day you're finding joy in something. It doesn't have to be 24 hours of this elation. It can be, it can be that, I saw these beautiful flowers out in the courtyard. I took a yoga class. I saw something funny on in-house channels that made me laugh. So finding joy and vibrancy does not have to be this arduous process. It can be little tiny nuggets that come to us almost when we don't expect it. So life is to be enjoyed, not just endured. Are you living? Or are you just alive? We hope that you are really living it up like this crew is. I love this picture because they definitely look a little sweaty, like they just got done working out, and I love some activity. But it also, we know that the power of exercise really increases the endorphins in your body, and it's like a dopamine hit. Who doesn't like a good shot of serotonin in the middle of the day, right? All right, so that's the living versus just being alive. Okay, so let's talk about wellness. Sometimes people will ask me, what does a wellness director do? When I first got into the wellness arena about 30 years ago, I actually started really getting into fitness when I was about 17. I think I started teaching classes at like an Elaine Powers or something like that. And we know that wellness has so many different facets now. So it used to be, oh, we're going to do the body, the mind, and the spirit, the body, mind, and spirit. And now we talk about the 7 facets of wellness. And that encompasses a lot more than just actually encompasses things that if you had like subcategories of each one of those. So for example, for the mind, we want people to understand mental health challenges are really prevalent in a lot of families, especially right now. Or you can have financial woes because of the pandemic and maybe being out of work or having family members that you were helping through a difficult time. So just because you are a physical specimen and you exercise every day doesn't mean all of those aspects of wellness are being met.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Do you have a question, Mary?
Oh, no, my screen has gone to something else. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm trying to get back to you. I didn't realize you heard me.
Okay. And do, again, get that triangular shape of 3, which is body, mind, and spirit, and turn it into 7 facets. So it's an all-encompassing approach to developing a healthy mind, body, and soul. And each one of those has 2 or 3 different subcategories. What we have found in people always say, oh my gosh, we need to improve our healthcare. We have to improve our healthcare. And yes, of course, there's room for healthcare improvement across the globe and in addition to the United States. But really, it's the focus internally that has to also change. So instead of going to the doctors because you're sick, we want people to understand that there's the prevention aspect is so important. We have on-site physicians here and on medical services. We want our seniors and our seniors to get to the point of understanding that these conversations can mitigate a lot of problems down the line. So the focus should be on disease prevention, prevent problems before they happen. And this can be achieved through group programming, and walking, exercise classes, education, and providing preventative medical services that include vitals, doing pharmacy checks. We have a pharmacy on site that actually will do a whole pill review and make sure that you don't have any interactions. And then, of course, mental health education. So those are all so important. It's not about just going to the physicians or going to your primary care physician when you're not well. Check in multiple times a year to make sure that you're doing the right things to stay well, to stay vibrant, and to have the ability to enjoy life in that way with Sparkle. So basically, in fact, in doing the wellness, you're treating disabilities. I'd say I don't get money is then you're not well. So it's like, here's money for a person, here's a for your visit. But we can shift all of it and say, you're so great for your preventive care. Here's a free membership to the PPH Wellness Aquatics Center, which will provide for our residents. It's partnership, it's good for work. I think that we can get there. All should be organization, a little part of a whole. So I think you want to in many different ways, but really all choose the same language. We understand as a group. By the way, I have a radio show every week that is talks about health and wellness. Check in next week. I'll be that information. But we know that as a company, all of us provide the same information in regards to understanding the importance of wellness throughout PPH. So here's what there's different now. I pre-pandemic and pre-pandemic masks. So we can pre-pandemic here. It's as a pre-pandemic and as a person and they want to massive smiles, have fun. But I think they can draw the phrase on my own and some of those different types of things that you're learning. So I miss a lot of these things. All right, so let's go. This is one of my favorite things about me. I moving a little forward my science on this. I spent a lot of my career researching not just how to reverse aging, because I think that reversing aging sounds almost like a light commercial. But I have possibly bars. But people often blame genetics as a lot of problems. No, you turn on your DNA can actually have large good aspects of your DNA. And lock down the part of your DNA that is reactive and not you. So 10% of those are 90% of them are attributed to lifestyle choices. And that's a shocking statistic for a lot of people. They think, oh, my dad died of a heart attack at 48, so that's probably going to happen to me. Oh, remember that because we have to take control of the aspects of the body and quiet things that create you and touch up things that are great. So you're by making activities to fix the first for something else, we don't change your lifestyle choices. Upgrade your genes and change activity expression of other genes, decrease the likelihood of disease, HIV disorders, and so on. So we have genes, especially years, our DNA, and they have for us. We also remodel your brain for saying, that's what I've been working on making over a long time. Less reactivity and more repetition. Putting on station is like doing inviting you thing and active breathing. So through self-awareness, we can observe our reactions instead of reacting. We can optimize the emotional rate for self-regulation. We call homeostasis in the science world to all systems that are treated equally as a beautiful balance that happens. We have non-homeostasis, intellectness, high vibrancy, and God prefers kind of this for personalities. So cultivating your love, passion, joy, and equity, and every test of self-reflection, and curiosity, you know what I have to do? On a cellular level, we can realize and react inside. The quiet theory of our bodies are not free from how she is not fit for central nervous system instead of freaking out on her children or freaking out on her. She's capable of finding the quiet before it leaves her mouth and asks the chicken, so that everyone wants to shut it all down, and that's really good stuff. So people that are mostly peaceful or time, do exercise, help the highest kind of relationships, especially in Africa, after that, help your relationships. So people have to so that's, oh man, it's not basically had ones, and it's not really because of this. But one that, I'm working on having people with ideally to fight my time. You have to meditate and study. Just peel yourself away and keep yourself conscious free of noise. Sometimes the noise is in our head, sometimes it's in our environment, but give yourself a chance to shut the door, whether that is verbal or physically shut the door and inside. I'm not just by trade, I have a background, bachelor's of science in concentration theater, that happens in this, but I like that aspect. Nutrition, I know about, I want to be a nutritionist, I'm not certified nutritionist, but I do know that plant-based high chemicals and constant is very important. I think food, body, the ability to take nutrition is very important. So there are people who realize we have focus on all aspects of well-being, which includes the community aspect of it, the financial aspect of it, and from the PPH family becomes the people that live on your floor, and well-being, overall well-being. When we occasionally a resident will say, I don't exercise for half an hour because my neighbor's doing well, and I bring her and make sure that she is doing okay. And that's the operator of the process. Like, you're under an obligation out for the people you are between your firm working with. That's really exciting. That's the resident here. It's really important. And question that. And I love this little bit of line at the end. Goes from the caterpillar and then works into the beautiful butterfly that takes flight. And that is the beauty of turning off the DNA and turning off the negative aspects of it. You only if you do it, it's not something else. You just together. This is your bodies have actually different members in many ways. So now we're looking at two visits and that I know how to see chicks. They have the best studies and don't have the ability to see them.
This is true. I'm not true.
Wait, so just for it doesn't turn up about it. I use this book a lot. I don't know if I can see that. Oh, it's not showing up. Huh? Yeah. So the book's called The Zones, 9 for Living Longer by Dan Buettner. The author of Thrive. So he also wrote a book about Thrive. I've utilized this book as a raggedy copy that I've used many times, and actually the science has changed a little bit. But we do know that areas of the planet there are a high concentration of centenarians. And he came together with different scientists. We want to know, what are these people doing that they're living so long and so vibrantly? What are the characteristics of these types of communities where people are living past 100 years old and they have this joy for this volition, this is how it's in this book. The exercise. There's something that happens with the exercise. I stopped using the exercise a lot of emissions because people who are really not interested in exercising, it's like immediate talk to them. So I started using it because people live palatable. And all I do is regress. So I have children. I grew up when I was 12 or 13 years old. I got the problem with 60 times my is very interested in exercise. Because it's important that not is alignment, which just goes to show that we only, we appropriate so many parts of those genes from our parents. 60% of our genes. So having the ability to keep your body, it gets all cylinders clicking, it wakes up cells, it increases your circulation and gets healing nutrients to different parts of the body, and it keeps your brain energized, and that's really important. None of us want to get into a situation where our brains are not stimulated, because as we age, that can be problematic. Stay social, take a class, volunteer. We could not survive here without our volunteers. We need them so much to help out with all aspects of our community. Play games, see friends, make new ones. These are so important. Bulk up, eat foods that are nutrient dense and calorie low, high fiber foods for digestion and heart health. Beans are great for that. They give you that really full feeling. Sometimes there's byproducts of eating beans, as you know, that could come with that. But if you rinse them really well before you use them in any type of your recipes, that can help to alleviate some of the bloating and the gas. Use spices to make things taste better. Stay balanced. Practice yoga or Tai Chi to improve your agility and prevent falls. Falls are a big problem in the senior communities because a typical fall can result in a long hospitalization, and there's a high prevalence of death from falls. And it's not because the fall was so serious, it's because there's other things that happen during hospitalization that can affect your body, such as sepsis, such as pneumonia, such as bed sores, things like that. So we want to stay on our feet and strong. Take a hike, get outside, get a brisk daily walk. We have residents that walk. We have a 12-acre campus that's gorgeous, and we see residents walking all day long. Try to get sleep. If you're not sleeping well, make it a something that you're really going to work on and you can come and talk to us at Wellness. We have a lot of great ways to help you improve your sleep. We're not sleep specialists, but we've been through it with ourselves. So we know a couple good things that work. Beat the blues. And this is, a tagline for feeling down. Everybody feels a little down and out once in a while, but if it's something that's pronounced or prolonged, it's time to see a physician. Don't wait until you're you feel so dejected or hopeless that we want to be able to bolster you before you get there. Depression can be treated. There's a lot of different successful treatment plans, and to stay in a position like that for a long period of time is unwarranted and unnecessary. Try not to forget to aid your memory, make lists, follow routines, slow down, organize, and do little things like, this is my new one. I listen to a lot of podcasts because I commute a lot. I've been trying to make myself eat my lunch with my non-dominant hand. So make sure that you're wearing a bib. So I'm right dominant. So for me to eat my meal, it makes me slow down, and it's really challenging to eat salad or soup or something with your non-dominant hand. And in that struggle, my brain is laying down new neural pathways and saying, okay, this is difficult. It's a lot of work, and I'm going to really work hard at making this happen. We're getting close to the end. No. Okay. Power 9 for longevity. This is from the book Blue Zones by Dan Buettner, and it's available. We have this on loan in the Wellness Center. Move naturally. The longest living people in the world don't belong to Planet Fitness or any fancy gym. They just go outside and use their environments. They take walks. They don't think about it. They grow gardens. They perform manual housework, and they do yard work. So things like back in the day when people, we didn't have such automated environment, people worked hard. We have a centenarian here who is 104. She told me that when her parents moved here from Italy, they grew all of their food from a 6-foot by 8-foot plot of land in their house when they first moved here, and that's all they had. They ate eggplant, they had all of them, very expensive, and they were trying to salt, and she was like, I think maybe that's it. And it's really important. And the quick candida, because it's for why do I get up in the morning? You don't have to see this legal action. Slow down, downshifting. Stress can kill you. Stress can kill you. It's really important that we find ways to eliminate stress. It can lead to chronic inflammation, which has proven to be the root of a lot of problems physiologically for most of the population. It's also associated with every major disease-related problems that we have. So the longest lived people have routines to shed stress, whether it's quiet prayer, some mindfulness, some meditation, and do it. And I would encourage you, it's okay. One drink is great. I very much enjoy. The 8% rule, eat before, stop eating before you feel so bloated and uncomfortable, because that's going to give you that feeling that you don't want to do a whole lot after that. And what we encourage our residents to do is to eat their dinner and to take a walk. So don't eat so much that you're feeling bloated and uncomfortable. All right, let's see. Power 9 continues. So just a couple more. Eat more beans, more plants, more leafy green. Not a lot of alcohol. We know that alcohol should be used very moderately. There's so much science. As I'm talking to you now, there may be an article that comes out, on a science magazine that says no alcohol is the best way. Right now, alcohol is okay. It actually helps to be social issues like that. You don't have to organize bricks and mortar religious housework. You can actually follow along on television. You can pray in your own house every day. We do know that having some spirituality seems to give people a longer sense to feel healthier, more vibrant, and live longer. So we do know that you can add an additional 4 to 14 years of life expectancy if you have some type of faith-based spirituality. Loved ones first. Taking care of your families or having families take care of you. If you have family to rely on, even if they are not genetically linked to you, I have family and friends that I love dearly, and they are not related to me in any way. Sometimes we can pick better family members than we were given. So you can find your family here. As I said before, we have an obligation, unwritten. Sometimes it's just this innate desire to help those that are not fully capable of taking care of themselves. And we have a lot of that here at PPH. And I love the fact that our residents will reach out and create family when they are not genetically linked. Okay, let's see. Oops, right tribe. The world's longest living people are born into social circles, so circles that support healthy behaviors. I know, and I can tell you this with absolute certainty, that the 15 people that come to the gym every day at 11 o'clock are fast friends. It just happened that way. They didn't sign up to be there together at the same time, although sometimes that happens. But because of this connection to wellness, they all started to say, are you coming on Thursday, Richard? Okay, I'll come Thursday too. So there's this wonderful connection. I don't know if you want to call that a fitness family, but I love the fact that they now try to be in the wellness center at the same time so they can hang out. I love it. We're checking a lot of boxes when we're down in wellness. All right, volunteering. We could not survive at PPH without our volunteers. They are so helpful to us. They fill in the gaps of places that we can't either we don't have enough employment for. We definitely have some, the whole world right now is having an employment shortage, and we have not dodged that that problem either. So there's a gazillion jobs available and not enough bodies to fill them. So our volunteers really help out a lot in regards to giving us the extra body and manpower to help out. And it also gives our residents a sense of purpose. Sometimes residents will come into the wellness center and say, I got to wrap up at 11:30 because I have to go over and work at the market. Or I'm helping out today with transport for the doctor's office. And I'm like, yay, I love that. I love volunteerism and working out. VIBRANCY seniors live each day with enthusiasm and purpose. So having that purpose to get somewhere. When you're retired, sometimes the days feel really long because you don't have something to do or someplace to go. When you volunteer and you have wellness appointments, you can fill a lot of time that way, and that keeps us more vibrant. Age can bring some limitations. We're certainly, I'm definitely an optimistic realist. I understand that as we age, things break down in the body. Sometimes things don't work so well, but I'm also optimistic in knowing that we can push back a lot of those problems with taking good care of ourselves through a mindfulness practice of meditation, daily activity, volunteerism, and a healthy, nutritious diet. Seniors love to help other seniors. Maybe it's just a phone call to people that can't get out or filling containers of food. We have Meals on Wheels here, or at least we did before the pandemic. So the social aspects of volunteering and the physical activity can help to keep you young. Okay, we're getting to the end of the presentation here, and the last slide is by C.S. Lewis, and he says, you cannot go back and change the beginning, but you can start right here, right where you are, and change the way it ends. And I'll play a nice little song with that. Oh boy, let's go back previous. And you know what, I don't see the slide on that. Yeah, it probably didn't play. All right, well, we're not going to play the music on the last slide, but I thank all of you for joining me today. And I thank Shannon for inviting me. Thanks for joining in. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me right now, or you can send me an email at msolomon@pphfamily.org, and I'll be happy to get back to you. And maybe we'll see you soon on a visit of our beautiful facility, and I'll show you around the things that make me personally proud, which is our beautiful wellness department. But our beautiful campus is just really spectacular at this time of year with all of our flowers and gardens. So take the time to come over for an in-person visit, and we hope to see you soon. So have a really healthy day, a healthy, productive day, and take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Very informative.
Oh, good.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you enjoyed it. That's great.
All right, thank you, ladies. Mary, I hope to see you soon.
Yes, ma'am. I hope to be seen.
Good. Well, thank you very much. Valerie, I know I'll see you soon. But thank you again for joining us again. This has been recorded, so I will be sending it out. And I'll also send along Maureen's email if you have any questions.
All right.
You can
Thank
feel
you.
free to reach out to her. All right, have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Oh, now the screen comes on.